Welcome to Washman. Today, we are going to talk about the process of pre-spraying and prepping vehicles for the wash. Every vehicle needs to be pre-sprayed and prepped before it goes through the wash process. This is necessary because there are 3 areas of a vehicle that the wash process does not always get 100% clean. These areas are the front bumper, the top brow of the windshield, and the rear of the vehicle. The chemical that we use for pre-spraying is non-acidic and environmentally friendly, so it's safe to use. This chemical is designed to break down bugs and road grime. When we pre-spray the front bumper, we use a motion from left to right and top to bottom. You know you've applied enough pre-spray chemical when the front bumper is dripping from side to side. This will allow the pre-spray chemical to start breaking down the bugs and road grime. Now that the vehicle has been pre-sprayed, it's ready to be prepped. We use a pressure washer to prep the vehicle because it has enough force to safely remove the layer of bugs and road grime that the pre-spray just broke down. First, start with the front bumper. We use the same motion as pre-spraying, but we do it twice. Left to right, top to bottom. Keep a 45-degree angle so you aren't getting splashed while prepping. Next, move on to the windshield. We outline the windshield, or as we say, box it in, and we do this twice. Last, we prep the rear of the vehicle. Use the same motion as the front, left to right, top to bottom, and don't forget to do it twice. When guiding a vehicle onto the conveyor, it's important to use clear, full arm motions that bend at the elbow. Bad hand signals can be confusing to a customer. Using fingers or floppy wrists are not allowed. Never turn your back while guiding a customer onto the conveyor. It's unprofessional and unsafe. Always face the vehicle while guiding on. If for some reason you have to turn around while guiding the customer, have them stop. Then, once you're able to face the customer again, have them proceed forward. Never guide the customer into the eye. The eye is a trigger point that will start the wash package. If you guide a vehicle into the eye, the wash package will initiate before you are ready to send the customer through the wash. Never guide a vehicle into the eye. If a customer fails to put their vehicle in neutral, or they have their foot on the brake, it may cause the vehicle to jump the first rear pusher. Verbally repeat, "neutral, no brakes," while directing the customer to the sign. Visually inspect that the car is in neutral and the brake has been released. Next, engage the conveyor and send an additional set of pushers before the next vehicle is loaded. Do not allow a vehicle to go into the wash while the customer has their hand on the steering wheel. This will cause the vehicle to go off of the conveyor and may cause damage to both the vehicle and wash equipment. If the customer does not comply, stop the conveyor and communicate to the customer verbally while directing them to the sign. When loading a vehicle, do not let the front tire stop on the entrance trap door. If a roller is trying to come up for the previous vehicle, it won't be able to, and will cause damage to the roller raiser mechanism. Repairs are costly and time-consuming. Never let a front tire stop on the entrance trap door. Never let a vehicle go through the wash with windshield wipers on. If they're left on during the wash, they will certainly get damaged. Get the customer's attention and point to the wipers off sign. If the customer does not comply, stop the conveyor and communicate to the customer verbally while directing them to the sign. Customers are not allowed out of their vehicle once they are on the conveyor. This is for their safety. If a customer attempts to exit their vehicle, politely instruct them to remain seated and ask how you can help them. Never push a vehicle through the tunnel with rollers on the front tires, as this will create a serious safety concern. The vehicle is likely to jump the roller, which could result in a rear collision, or go off the conveyor, which may cause damage to the vehicle or wash equipment. If you notice that a vehicle is being pushed by the front tire, stop the conveyor and get the manager on duty to help remedy the situation. When guiding a vehicle onto the conveyor, do not allow it to drive into the roller that is behind the preceding vehicle. If a vehicle does drive into the roller, it can force the chain off of the sprocket, which will cause the car wash to shut down. Repairs are time-consuming and very costly. When the customer is rolling onto the conveyor, do not send up a pusher until the rear tire has cleared the trap door. If a pusher is trying to come up while the rear tire is on the trap door, it can damage the roller raiser mechanism, which will cause the car wash to shut down. When the customer is rolling onto the conveyor, do not send up a pusher until the rear tire has cleared the trap door. Never try to physically stop a car from rolling forward or backwards. Never stand in front of a vehicle while guiding on. This is a serious safety concern. Always stand on the driver's side of the conveyor while guiding on. If you need to remove an antenna or fold mirrors in, always walk around the rear of the vehicle to get to the passenger side. For your safety and to avoid injury, never step on the guide rails, pushers, or the conveyor. All pickup truck beds must be checked before they enter the wash. Debris left in the bed of a truck can contaminate the material used to clean the vehicles. This can cause damage to other customers' vehicles or the wash equipment. Pickup beds must be empty of all debris, no exceptions. For safety reasons, employees are not allowed to climb into pickup beds. Customers are responsible to clean beds out if items cannot be removed without climbing into the pickup bed. If there are noticeable areas of damage on a vehicle, such as dents, scratches, broken taillights, or rock chips on windshields, take a second and point them out to the camera. Some damage will need to be taped to prevent further damage from happening.